prevention. Prevention. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please kindly stay subscribed. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Take your crown, now you get down. You guys are very OGs. So in today's video, I want to talk about stomach ulcer, the meaning, the causes, the symptoms, the prevention, and the treatment. So if that sounds like what you want to know, let's go to school. The first thing is stomach ulcer is like sore, like it's like a wound in the lining of the stomach or small intestine that can lead to discomfort and also pain. You know, it's just like having a wound on your palm and if something gets to it, you know, you're going to feel pain at that particular point in time. That's just it. So that's about stomach ulcer. Stomach ulcer is just like a wound in the lining of the stomach or the small intestine. There are two main causes of stomach ulcer, but before that, I want you to know that the stomach secretes an acid which is called hydrochloric acid. It helps to fight against bacteria and also aid in digestion. The stomach has a thick lining. Now when this acid gets in touch with the lining of the stomach and it's worn out, it can lead to stomach ulcer. Now to the two main causes of ulcer. I said there are two main causes of stomach ulcer. The first one is caused by a microorganism which is called the Helicobacter pylori. The second one is caused by hyperacidity, by excessive intake of a particular class of drug which is called NSAID, and also Zollinger-Ellison syndrome. Hyperacidity is when the stomach secretes the particular acid I mentioned earlier, which is the hydrochloric acid, when the stomach secretes it in excess volume, and it's just like a cup, and the acid inside that cup tends to spill out. Like it is available in required amount, and it is now more than that required volume and is now spilling out to the lining of the stomach. Yeah, that is how hyperacidity happens, and there are a lot of things that cause this hyperacidity which I'm going to get to in a minute. But this Helicobacter pylori is a microorganism that can get into your body as a result of poor sanitation. Let me start from Zollinger syndrome. Like Zollinger syndrome is a rare condition that causes hyperacidity in the stomach. That's just it. And the class of drug that causes hyperacidity, it causes hyperacidity when they are taken excessively. Drugs like ibuprofen and aspirin, when it is taken excessively, it kind of erode the lining, the mucous lining of the stomach, and it causes ulcer. This is how pain relief drug cause ulcer. They inhibit COS1 enzymes. When COS1 enzymes is inhibited, there is a reduction in the production and the secretion of prostaglandin. Prostaglandin is a natural chemical that helps to protect the lining of the stomach. Once you take NSAID for a particular period of time, it tends to erode the lining of your stomach because the COS1 enzymes has been inhibited and there's reduction in production of this prostaglandin. It will not be there to help you, and that's when ulceration will occur. Helicobacter pylori is an infection that causes peptic ulcer and gastritis. This is how it works. It enters into the body, it gets attached to the mucous layer, and it multiplies itself. Now, when you don't tend to eat on time, that's why, you know, sometimes they used to advise as an ulcer patient, like you have to eat early. So when the microorganism multiplies itself and, you know, it's already attached to the mucous layer, if it cannot feed on anything, it starts feeding on the lining of the stomach, and more acid will be produced. When more acid than the required amount is produced, they come down with ulcer. We have many symptoms. We have symptoms like burning stomach pain, fatigue, chest pain, intolerance to fatty food. That's when, you know, this is when you take anything fried, like anything that contains fat, you start having this discomfort, you start feeling uncomfortable. I think I should even get to this misconception about milk for treating ulcer also, but I'm going to explain that in details later though. We have other severe symptoms like pain in the upper abdomen, vomiting of blood, not being able to walk and sit like you should, and also unexplainable weight loss. Let's move to the treatment. I'm going to explain the pharmacological treatment and the non-pharmacological treatment of ulcer. The first one is antibacterial to treat Helicobacter pylori. Like if your ulcer is caused as a result of Helicobacter pylori, you have to take antibiotics. And I'm not saying you should just take ampiclox or you should take ampicillin, because since they said antibiotics work for ulcer. No, I'm not giving you that. Also, drugs that helps to reduce acid production. When the stomach lining has been restored, we have to give drugs that helps to reduce acid production, like the H2 histamine blockers. We also have drugs that helps to neutralize the acid. Those are the antacid. That's why sometimes when you're like, I have chest, I have heartburn, they'll just tell you, take Gelusil, take Gestid, take Gascol, take blah blah blah. You understand? So these ones are like base, and acid plus base gives salt and water. The acid in the GIT that is too much is causing heartburn. Now when you take something that will help you, that will mix with it and like neutralize, it simply helps to neutralize it. That's the work of all these antacid like Gestid and Gascol. And note that they do not help to treat ulcer. They do not help to treat ulcer completely. They only help to neutralize the acid that has been released from the GIT as a result of maybe smoking, drinking, or as a result of Helicobacter pylori. That's the work for the Gascol, Gestid, and all this Gelusil of routine. We also have drugs like the cytoprotective drugs. They are the one that helps to protect the lining of the stomach and the GIT from Helicobacter pylori. Come to the non-pharmacological treatment. Like, let me say you are your first doctor. When you get to the hospital, like when you see the doctor, the nurses, the pharmacist, and you go back home. See, our own is to give you drugs, to counsel, to give injections. Your own is to follow rules and regulations that has been laid down for your own health. The first non-pharmacological treatment is reduce acidic foods like lemon, reduce anything that contains too much of fat, because they can have an interaction with the GIT when you have this heartburn of the thing and sort of. Another thing is, do not take NSAID when it's not prescribed. Some of you, once you have back pain, like, give me ibuprofen. Yes, it might work for you, but as it's working for you, it's still causing another thing. So do not take NSAID when it's not prescribed to you by a medical practitioner. How can it be prevented? Eat on time. I mentioned the rationale behind this eating of a thing, like when the Helicobacter pylori gets into the body, it starts to eat the lining of the mucus, and when it can't get something to eat, it feeds on your mucus layer. Eat on time. Do not take anything that is acidic. I don't know, I can't emphasize on this, because that's when you see one was happening that be like, I want to reduce weight. They said lemon helps. Yes, see, you are going to burn those fats in your body, but you are putting your ulcer at risk. It's at stake now, because you either hold that weight gain and look for another way to lose weight, and you just blend with your the precautions you are supposed to take and not have problem with your ulcer, or you want to reduce weight and at the same time you are causing discomfort for yourself by taking acidic stuff, because it will lead to hyperacidity in your body. Avoid stress. When you tend to stress yourself too much, it can lead to hyperacidity. Like, I already said, it's just as if you want the acid in a particular volume and it's available in another volume entirely. Stress can cause hyperacidity. Also, avoid milk. See, hold on. Milk helps to reduce heartburn. Yes, I know. No, because when I said avoid milk, I would be like, I cannot take this one. Hold on. This is the rationale behind this milk of a thing. I know milk helps to reduce heartburn, but this is how it works. Milk is a kind of viscous. It's viscous and what it just do when you have ulcer pain is when you take this milk, it covers that eroded part. Once it is being washed off, like, it's just as if it's double trouble, because milk contains calcium. If you're someone that used to take it very well, I used to notice, you notice once you take milk, once it's weighs off, the pain will come back. It can even come back in double. So avoid milk. You can look for some other things to take. The best thing to take when you have heartburn is all these antacids. It neutralizes the acid. It's just like it's a base that just helps to neutralize the acid. Also, avoid fatty food. You should know by now, like, getting attached to my previous points, which is avoid milk. Milk is also fatty, so avoid fatty food. Avoid any food that is fried. Anything that is fried, you have to avoid it, because it can simply increase the acidity in your body and come down with ulcer pain. That's basically all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know if you really enjoyed this video, of which I know you did. Give this video a like, comment your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know the next video you want to see. My next video is going to be on the good and bad foods for an ulcer patient, and I know you don't want to miss that. So stay subscribed, stay blessed, stay fabulous. Follow me on all my social media accounts. Follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. The links are in the description box. So see you in my next one.